Hello there, guys. Welcome back to another episode of E&Ftv. And today we are back with the Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge, the first one of 2025. And who better to do it with than my good man, Jason. Jason, how we doing, mate?
Brilliant. This is 3 years I've been banging on your door asking to
I
do
know.
spicy hot wings challenge, and now today is the day.
Well, you said you're good with spice, so we'll see how good you are, I suppose. We'll see how good
Well,
you are, especially with this guy at the very end. Don't know
there's
if
a,
anyone
there's
can
an
see that.
important
Ugh.
there's an important distinction to make here. I'm not good with spice, but I do like spice. So
Ah,
I've
okay.
been known to sweat profusely, like so many embarrassing stories, but it pours out of me. So yeah, but I do really like spice, so I can't wait to get started.
All right, sweet. Well, without further ado, then let's go through the equipment, if you like, that you're going to need. So, have you got your paper towel or tissue or anything like that? Well done. Right. For God's sake, do not touch your eyes throughout this or afterwards. Right. Have you got a glass or a bottle of water? Perfect. And do you have I've got backup water over here as well, just in case.
Well.
And do you have your glass of milk or dairy product of some bloody hell, that's a big glass. He came prepared. Now, some people bring yogurt, they've brought milkshakes, they've done all sorts. So yeah, but those are the standard ones that we've got. Have you got any household remedies for spice for you, mate?
I think I'm fine with the milk. I've got some natural yogurt downstairs if I need to.
Good,
Um, yeah, yeah.
good.
I can open a
My
window if need be.
my mum always used to say, "Suck on a piece of bread." Apparently, it sucks the spice out. Never worked for me, but there you go. I suppose there you go. Right, mate. You've watched this enough, and anybody that's tuning in will have seen these previously. But we have 7 questions, 7 hot sauces, and 7 wings. The questions that we'll go through, partly professional, partly personal, all the rest of it. Get to know a bit more about you, mate. Um, but one thing that will be getting hotter is each sauce. So each sauce will be getting hotter all the way through, and then we'll end with the Carolina Reaper. And if there's anyone that's completed this challenge previously, you know how hot this is. And I've done it live in front of a studio audience, and I've done it many times in this seat here. And every single time it is absolutely horrendous. So there will be tears, there will be runny noses, there will probably be some headaches later on. But we'll see how we get on, I suppose.
Fantastic.
So before we get going, Jason, are you sure you want to proceed?
Yeah, I can't say no now, can I?
Oh, that's it, mate. That's it. Well done. All right. So first wing. So we do a wing, then I ask the question. Okay. So the first one that we've got, guys, is a West Indian hot sauce. We have actually had this on the channel previously. This one, Jason, as I said to you previously, I actually think you're going to like quite a lot, to be fair. Um, got to get the stuff out first. Here we go. Right. So you want a good dollop and you want it to cover part of the wing. So just like that. Just for anyone that thinks that I fake this or whatever, there's quite a big dollop of sauce there.
Might won't even
So
come out.
I'll give it a good shake.
Gotta go
I'm
back to
kind of
the
looking
oven.
forward to this one. So I am kind of looking forward to this one because this is actually quite a nice hot sauce. It does have a bit of a kick, but it's quite nice. Um, and then I'll be asking you the question. Just while Jason's getting his sauce on there, bit of a malfunction going on his end. For anybody that comments down in the section below hot wings, I'll pick somebody at random and I will send them the hottest sauce that we do at the Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge, which is the Carolina Reaper. So if you do comment hot sauce down below, I will send you a bottle. Are you still having trouble? I was going to say, it hasn't got one of those like lid things on it or anything. It's just got a, oh, oh, is it coming out?
Right, come in.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, so that's gloopy, isn't it?
It is a little.
Not a thin sauce.
No, the one at the end is more like a syrup in as well, to be fair. So Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We're
Okay.
good. Bottoms
Yeah.
up. Cheers. Here we go. This is the start of the journey.
Ooh, that's got a kick to it for the first one.
It does, doesn't it? I don't remember it having that much of a kick. Right. So, Jason, first question that we created. Give us a snapshot of your career in recruitment to date and your proudest moment.
I'm worried at how spicy that one was for the first one of seven, by the way. Lovely and
Oh,
flavoursome, though. You're right.
right? I thought you'd like that one. So, yeah.
Okay. So I've been here for 3 years now, new to recruitment from hospitality.
Yeah.
Um, so know a bit about that. So many like proud moments, if I think back. Um, Obviously, placing first candidate like 2.5 years ago
Yeah.
was a big one. Um, I suppose just that becoming more known in the industry as time's gone on,
Yeah.
um, starting to take jobs on, um, all that kind of stuff is really good. But all the other stuff that makes it so fun as well. So the doing my own podcast, E&Ftv's Bridging the Gap, and everything we've done regarding
Yeah.
that. Um, I've done 3 panel discussions now. Um, the last one I was asked to put together down at Spankside in London, which was like an
Yeah.
honor and went
Yeah.
really well. Luxury Hotel Symposium. Um, yeah, just so much cool stuff that we've done, and so many kind of proud moments. Too many to kind of list.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the thing that has been really great to see is you continuing to break down those barriers and those anxieties about doing certain things. I
Yeah,
remember when we first spoke about you even jumping on a stage somewhere, that was incredibly daunting. Whereas now it seems second nature to you. And it's really great to see. And of course, as you say, your YouTube channel, it's just gone from strength to strength. The guests that you've had on there, it's just, yeah, it's been great to see. It's been great to see, to be fair. So I can see why there's a lot of proud moments in that. So yeah, no, fair play, mate. Yeah, it's been a really I hope it's been a really great start in recruitment for you, but also just honing those different skills as well. Um
being on stage at
okay.
the Savoy was one as well. That was a couple of months
Of
ago.
course.
A cool
Mate,
moment.
that's big for anybody. That's big for anyone.
Yeah.
Um right. The next sauce is the Chili Mash Company Louisiana style hot sauce. All right. There's the wing. There's the sauce. Oh my God, that came out a lot. Careful, it comes out a lot quicker than you think
Good.
compared to the last one. All right. So again, for anyone that thinks it's dripping. Anyone thinks it's fake or whatever, or we don't put that much on there, we absolutely do. My God, my mouth is drying up. Right, I'm just going to give that a quick dip again. So again, for anyone to see, it is definitely on there. Jason, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Mm.
Oh, that one's good.
Mm.
That one's good. What do you think of that one?
That's got a lovely flavour and a nice heat.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. Shout out to the Chili Mash Company guys. Um, right, Jason, your second question. You're hugely passionate about running. Where did this come from? And what does running do for you other than, of course, fitness? I thought you'd
Honestly,
like this one.
I could not say where it comes from. I just got into it with 2 friends about 20 years ago.
Yeah,
And initially it was about competition, it was about entering races, it was about improving. my time, um, as well as going out with friends and things. And I never ran on my own. And then my friend that I always ran with moved to Malaysia for 2 years.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
didn't really have any of my other friends into running, so I remember going out and doing 4, 5, 6 miles, and it being really like difficult. It's the first time I'd ever kind of run alone, and now I think if I fast forward now, it's something that I like to do alone. It's time to myself for my
Yeah.
mental health. Live about 30 minutes away from the edge of the Peak District. So to just get in the car, after a busy day and go out there, sun setting, running around the mountains and through bogs and down dales
Hmm.
and that kind of thing over stiles is just for me like absolute peace.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you sometimes get some of your best ideas when you're running and you could just, blank your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So I feel quite privileged to live that close to the Peak District, but also just we have a lake across the road and the
Sure.
Trans-Pennine Trail, and so fast forward now, I don't think I would ever want to be a member of a running club because it's something that is just for me,
Yeah.
and I like to just be alone when I'm doing it. I think the benefits for mental health, emotionally, as well as physical health are quite profound. It's my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that's all yours, right? It's all yours. It's your space. And when you always come back on the Monday or something like that, and you've been for a particularly big run, I know you've got one this weekend, don't you? You always feel you seem like you always have that sense of achievement, and you're always sort of really proud to tell us about, I ran this and this was the time. What's the run you're doing this weekend?
Next weekend, it's
Oh,
the
it's next weekend.
Hathersage Hurtle, so it's 20 miles around Hathersage, which is again Peak
Wow,
District.
beautiful,
Um,
mate.
yeah, it keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if there's anyone else watching this now and you're a keen runner, what's the reason that you run? How did you get into it? Let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to hear it. Right. The next one is Smoky Chipotle, and this is by AO Angus Oink. It looks pretty menacing, that one, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
next
looks
wing.
interesting.
Here we go. Here we go. It looks like this one comes out quite quick as well. So again, for anybody watching, you can see all that delicious hot sauce all over that wing, and it's even dripping off. Look at that. Right, let me know when you're ready, old boy.
This is messy business, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And as I say, do not touch your eyes. You ready? Here we
I
go.
think so.
The first one was definitely spicier than that one.
Mm.
Again, nice flavor.
It's a smoke, isn't it? It's a smoky.
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice flavor, but the first one was definitely spicier than that one. Um, Here's a nice question. I actually ask this of everyone that comes on the show. Why do you love the hospitality industry so much?
I think I fell into it really at quite a young age, and I had some on leaving college. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I think a lot of people would say the same that they fell into hospitality.
Yeah,
I had some experiences of working in sales, selling things I wasn't really very passionate about, but I quickly found my thing when
yeah,
I started working in a first hotel in South Yorkshire.
yeah.
Um, what was it about it? I think the camaraderie, the
Mm.
togetherness, the making people's day, whether it's corporate or leisure guests, that you're all pulling together to really create memorable experiences for
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Um, I remember just a couple of things come to mind, and I remember being we were doing some kind of big banqueting event, and I remember the ops manager said to me, "Just look at this, it looks like chaos, doesn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, it does." And he said, "You know what? everyone knows exactly what they're doing. It's more like a symphony. And it always stuck with me that.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
you know, they're almost like busy bees, everyone's running to tables and things, and it
yeah,
looks like chaos, but actually it was a symphony. And I always thought it was a good kind of comparison or analogy as to what kind of like hospitality is. The different parts,
yeah,
different departments all creating their own kind of music, and
yeah,
actually quite beautiful. And it's been so interesting to see how hospitality has evolved from just hotels,
yeah,
like 20, 30 years ago, predominantly. And it's really providing what people want, isn't it, in terms of alternative accommodation with long
mhm,
stay and Airbnb and different concepts now.
yeah,
I just, it continues to excite me, and I continue to get excited when, um, for this morning, for instance, at 9 a.m., I was on a call discussing hotel tech, and I found I was
yeah,
getting excited about the client's products as I was talking about
sure,
it.
yeah,
And I still get that when I discuss revenue management with people. It still raises my blood pressure a little bit. It gets my heart going a little bit faster. I still am really passionate about it. But equally, I'm glad that I'm not working till 3 a.m. and then being back up for breakfast at 7 a.m. Sleeping in.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, exactly that, exactly that. Unless it's a busy recruitment week, and then we are up.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
um, no, great answer, mate. To be fair, and I think from my experience, definitely that camaraderie piece. Back when I was obviously working on property at the De Vere Latimer Place, down where I used to live, and turning around rooms, people would leave a room and you got to turn around within a certain amount of time. And before you know it, you get a busload of people and everyone's basically called down to reception to grab bags when it's all
yeah,
hands on deck. And then you sort of catch up for like, the staff meal where it's usually like a big lasagna or a big, whatever it is, in the depths of the back of the hotel. But you can all have just a bit of crack in the background before
yeah,
you'll get back to it. And I don't think I've ever I definitely wouldn't change it. And I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that since leaving. Um, there's some special memories there, that's for sure. That's for sure. And yeah, wouldn't change it for the world, to be fair. My son is now going into a hospital. Well, he is in a hospitality role at the moment within a beautiful restaurant in Durham. And hearing about his stories about messing around in the kitchen and the chefs doing this, that, and the other, you can sort of see that in him now, and it's great to see. It's great to see that that's still very much alive and kicking in the industry.
yeah,
Um, right, next one: red pepper hot sauce, Red Dog Apache, again by AO Angus Oink. I don't know if you can see that, guys. There you go. There you go. Okay, this one looks like it's going to come out quick as well. Here we go. Good shake and a good pour. Oh, hold on. This one's a bit thicker. This one's a bit thicker. All
We'll
right,
give it a
ladies
bigger
and
shake.
gents. Yeah, right. There it is. Not wanting it to drip off, but there it is, guys. Loads of sauce on there. Red Dog. I have a feeling this one's going to be hotter than the last one. Just because when it says red pepper instead of chipotle or something like that, we're going to
Yeah,
lose that smokiness and we're just going to get hot.
gonna get the heat.
It's going to get awful when we get down to the ghost pepper, mate. So treat this as a bit of a break before. So yeah, um, are you ready? Bottoms up. Let's go.
Yes.
Again, not too bad. I still feel like the first one was the hottest so far.
I agree. The first one was the hottest.
Yeah, the
Again,
hottest
it's
so
got a
far for
nice,
sure.
I like the red pepper flavor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are nice. To be fair, guys, the AO, Angus, and Oink, they've got a bit of a kick, but they're lovely. They really are. Um, if you're looking to get any of these, by the way, uh, all of these you can get on Amazon. So if you are looking to do your own little hot wings challenge at home, you can get all these from Amazon. Right, Jason. Well, um, if you had to be a Marvel or DC character, who would you be and why?
You know, you couldn't ask me a worse question because I'm so not a Marvel or DC or superhero. Mercifully, I do. So my son went through a period of hyperfixation on this from the ages of 3 to about 7, I think, before he got into
Okay.
football.
Yep.
So every time he did anything good, any reward, we were at Smith's Toys getting a new kind of superhero.
Yep.
Um, And I was actually chatting to him recently about it, and there was one that we struggled to get, and it was Hulkbuster. It was like a
Okay.
bit of something to do with Iron Man. You may know,
Oh, it's the
but
big suit, isn't it? I know the one you're
yeah,
talking about. Yeah, yeah,
couldn't get hold of it anywhere, so I ended up ordering it off some dodgy website from China. I remember it coming, and it just
yeah.
smelled of cheap plastic that had been sweated in a box on a
Right,
ship from
right.
China for about 3 weeks. But he was delighted with it. Personally, I remember watching Superman as a kid, like the
Yeah,
film,
yeah,
as a young child. And also Batman was on TV quite a lot. So I'd
yeah.
probably say like Superman or Batman, but I'm really not a fan. I mean, I just memories of me and my son playing when he was young, and you be Batman, and I'll be Superman. And this used to go on, and you be, and I'll be. And when he got into football, it was just like, oh, this is a dream come
Thank
true.
God.
I don't have to be Hulk anymore.
Have you watched any superhero films with your son?
No, I think he was. Have we? No, I don't think we have. I
Not
mean,
yet.
he was out of that phase really by the age of 7, so he did not
Okay.
really watch any of the films as such.
So my soon-to-be 18-year-old is still very much into them. In
Really?
fact, we are going to see the Thunderbolts this evening, in fact. So there you go, the new Marvel film that's out. Okay, next one. We're actually back with a West Indian pepper sauce this time, but it's got voodoo mango or just mango. But there you go. So if you can see that, guys. And again, this is by AO Angus Oink. This one, I'm going to give this one a good shake. All right. Well, I guess we can compare what this one's like compared to the first one. This one's got a more of a, that one had a bit more of a orangey tinge. This one's got a bit more of a yellow, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, right. Ready?
Smells good.
Let's go for it. Mm. Yeah, that one's quite mild. I feel like breaking out the hot stuff. Right.
The
Okay. To be fair, this is going to lead you into a false sense of security as soon as we get down there. Um,
last two
so
lucky.
yeah, it's probably a good thing because this is a bit of a longer question, so you're not absolutely taken out of breath. Um, this is a really cool one, actually, mate. So you're about to host your first commercial or Edwards and Finn commercial leadership meeting. So it's always been me over the last obviously 6 and a bit years now. Whereas this is the first time that someone with Edwards and Finn is hosting their own event, and I'm just going to be there. I'm just going to turn up, and I'm not running it, so it's going to be quite nice. I'm it's going to be a bit weird for me to let go of those reins, but how excited are you for this, mate? And what's it all about? Can you give us a bit of a, for anyone watching, a bit of an insight into what it's going to be about?
Why are you invited?
I got an invite. Whether I'm turned away at the door or not, I don't know.
I told my secretary, no Tom Finn. It's a big shadow. That's a big
Oh God.
shadow over. Yeah, so I think my channel, obviously, Bridging the Gap, is all about bridging the gap between hospitality, commercial, and
Yeah,
the universities, basically. And part of my role is guest lecturing at universities,
yeah,
talking to people on the channel, and obviously throughout that, well, about 2 years, over 2 years now, certain things have kind of come out where maybe the universities have said, "Oh, I never knew that. I never knew that
Sure.
these guys were looking for Excel skills, for instance. We don't actually teach that." But
Yeah.
yet you'll look at like our revenue analyst job spec and it'll say, "Must be a masterful with
Yeah.
Excel."
Yeah.
So there's, and that's just one example of I think a disconnect between what the universities are producing, albeit, well-meaning, to what the industry actually needs. And obviously what the industry needs changes so
Yeah.
much. The growth of tech and changes in tech is so rapid that I thought that it would be advantageous to get everyone together, like the unis that we're affiliated with,
Yeah.
the lecturers, with industry commercial leaders in a room and just say, how do we take this forward? Because there's
Mm.
so many different facets to it.
Yeah.
And obviously we're looking at first event is 19th of June.
Yeah.
We've already filled all 20. There's only two, I think, out of the invites who are out of the country that can't make it.
Sure.
Um, so yeah, everyone's going to converge on Bankside in London.
Yep.
We're going to have an exploratory meeting, and then hopefully two or three meetings following that where we dig into individual facets of which way we want to go. So, and then obviously publishing a white paper,
Mm.
really kind of leaving our mark on things for years to come. I can't wait to get started. And obviously the great thing about these things is having control over the guest list. I can just have people that I love round the table and that I genuinely enjoy spending time. And I always say that about the channel as well. The great
Yeah.
thing is, and when I put together panel discussions, I'm in control. So
Yeah.
you can just
No,
have loads of people that
absolutely.
I love. But there's some brilliant people around the table, and I can't wait to converge on Bankside next month.
Yeah, for sure, mate. I can't wait to see you in action, to be fair. It's something you're incredibly passionate about, something I'm very passionate about, and the fact that we're gearing it towards another white paper, and as you say, putting our stamp on it. I'm really excited to see it. And the great thing is as well, because I know we spoke about this as well, is yes, we've got commercial leaders in there. Yes, we've got university professionals in there and educators, but we've also got recent grads in there as well, which I think is a demographic that's always missed. We're
Yeah.
actually going to hear the voices of people experiencing it or recently have experienced that transition. Because my argument's always been whenever we go to conferences and this sort of thing, and we talk about, talent pool and how we're going to get more people into it and all this sort of stuff, you never see the people that have actually done it in the last 5 years. Everybody that's on stage hasn't graduated for like 15, 20 years. So you're sort of like, we're missing something here, guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm really pleased for you, mate. I'm really excited for you. We're obviously going to have everything videoed, so everything's going to be out there for the world to see. We're going to have snapshots of it, and as I say, we're going to have that white paper. Yeah, really excited for you, mate. Really excited. One thing I'm not excited about is the next source because this is where I don't care who you are, Ghost Pepper is hot. So
Psycho Juice sounds quite
Psycho
ominous.
Psycho Juice guys. Can't see who this is by. Oh, it just says hallowed by the thy pain. Should be interesting. Right, here we go. Let's see how quick this comes out.
We've said a few of these a mile, but I think the accumulation of the four, I can feel beads of sweat on the back of my neck and my forehead forming.
Have you smelt this one yet?
I don't think this is gonna. So, you want to be careful with your blood pressure.
Mate, I've just poured. You better pour the same amount on, by the way. That that looks like blood. For goodness sake, look at that, guys. Right. Oh God, I've just smelt it. Oh God.
Sweating in anticipation.
Right. So let me know when you're ready. Oh, jeez. Whew. Oh God. Right. Yeah, ready? Let's do it. Let's do,
This is
let's do
murder,
it.
isn't it?
Here we go. Here we go.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh. Ugh. Oh my God.
Boom. This is a hitter.
Oh, nope, nope.
The bad thing is it's a grower as well.
Okay. Oh my God. Jason, what is your, oh no.
It keeps growing.
What is your go-to comfort meal and why? Oh God.
You know, I shouldn't have put so much on.
Yeah. Nope.
So this is, I feel like we need to review this. This is burning the front of my tongue, my lips, my eyes are watering.
Yeah.
Look at the
I
state of
told you,
you.
didn't I? Look at me, for God's sake. Oh,
So, if you like your spicy sauce, Psycho Juice,
oh,
that's the one.
get it.
Use sparingly. What was the
Yeah.
question?
The question was, what is your go-to comfort meal and why? Oh my God.
So I'm synonymous with Thai food at Edwards and Finn, like, and I do love Thai food,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it would be my go-to comfort meal. That is horrendous. I'd go for Indian food. I If you're hungover, there's nothing like
Yeah.
an Indian. It's the combination of the carbs, um, the rice, the see the sweat under here
Yeah.
forming. It's the comfort of the
Ugh.
carbs, isn't it? It's the rice, the naan bread. It's a sharing of the naan bread, ripping a bit off and
Yeah.
dipping it in your curry. Um, yeah, it's got to be curry. It's the spices as well. I find that the spices, not quite as spicy as this, but the spices almost soothe your soul. It's
Yeah.
the turmeric, the cumin, the coriander, the chili.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I sweat is dripping off my ears now.
God. Ugh. You see what? Whenever I always say this, but if anyone ever thinks that I overplay it or it's never that hot,
You remember it being that bad, that one?
ghost pepper's always bad. So I usually, my God, I usually have about a Scotch bonnet here, then a scorpion pepper here, then ghost pepper, and then Carolina Reaper. But I couldn't get those to you in time. So I went with these ones. And my God, we've had a nice easy ride with these three. But oh, that one's like a brick wall.
And it's a grower, isn't it? It was hot, but then it kept getting hotter.
Yeah. Well,
My lips kept burning.
okay. Last one. If you thought that one was hot. All right. Be careful with this one. All right.
Are you going sparing or liberal?
I'm going liberal. Why not, right? Oh my. Oh, that should have. Oh, yeah. Oh no, I've done way too much.
Oh, so it's a nice consistency.
Look at that. It's gone completely red.
More on than me.
Have I? Oh God. Right. Okay. Here we go.
Are
That's what
you a
people
fan
want
of
to see.
are you a fan of spicy food, like naturally, or is this forced for you?
So I like spicy food. So I love Thai food. I love um I love chili in things, but this is another level. So this is not an it's enjoyable conversation, but as anyone can see, every time I do this, I don't fare very well.
Yeah.
So this is but that's what the people want to see. They don't want to see us just mincing through all this like an easy ride. They want to see the tears, don't you guys? You want to see the runny noses and all the rest of it. So, oh god, here we go.
Sweat is dripping off me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I'm getting hiccups. Okay, here we go. You ready, Jason? Last wing, last question. We're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. God, I don't want to do this. All
I'm
right,
going in.
bottoms up. Let's go.
Again, this is a grower.
Oi. Oh, what? No. Oh no, I've coughed. Okay, guys. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Jason, your last question is what's the best advice you've ever been given and who gave it to you?
The combination of those last two.
Is horrendous.
I just need a minute.
You're not the only one that said that at this stage. Again, guys, while Jason's gathering himself, if you want to win the Carolina Reaper sauce, the hottest of all of them, what we will do, all you have to do is comment hot sauce down below, and we'll pick somebody at random and we will send you a bottle. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Well, this has stopped being fun.
Uh,
That is horrendous.
yep.
And I didn't think it was that bad at first, and it's just growing and growing.
It doesn't go anywhere, does it? Again, if anyone thinks this is staged or it's not as bad as it is, I can tell you now it absolutely is.
Okay, so I have a I have a quote on my wall, on my office wall,
Okay. Oh,
and it says, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right." And I think
indeed.
to me that
Yeah.
it speaks to perception and mental strength for me. And I'm certainly
It's
employing
tough to
that skill
talk, isn't
right
it?
now.
It's so tough to talk.
Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Um, Positive thinking, mindset, and it's a quote by Henry Ford, who was the guy that created obviously Ford Motors.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still rising. The
Uh,
heat.
well, Jason, we got there to the end, mate. We're both in tears. It's been a journey, right? Um, well done. Congratulations, if I can say that. God. I do have one more question for you, but there's no wing, there's no sauce. Who do you want to nominate to be the next person to do the Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge?
So I've thought about this long and hard, and there was lots of names that came up, but
Yeah,
I've chosen Chris Martin.
Chris.
Well known in the
Okay.
industry. I think he'd enjoy it. I don't know what his propensity is for spicy food. I know he likes his whiskey, and I think he'd enjoy it if this was seven whiskies from around the world, I think. I
Yeah,
might do
you're
a
probably right.
spin-off.
I don't think I could handle that. Okay, so your nomination is Chris Martin. Chris, I will be in touch, sir. I will be dropping you a message and arranging a time to have a chat about this and figure out a date. And hopefully you say yes. Jason, congratulations again, mate. It's been a journey. My God, it's going to stay with me for the rest of the day, this, if not the year. But I know I've been wanting to do this for ages, mate, and I'm so glad we've managed to do it now. How did you find it?
I think the first one was worrying because it had a decent kick for number one. Two, three, and four were all right. Five was a step up. Six and seven were just cut the camera time.
Yeah.
Unbelievably bad. That is pure evil.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's the one that honestly gets everybody. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning into the first Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge of 2025. As you can see, it's been an emotional one. I'm going to go recover for the rest of the afternoon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're really trying to bring you great content every single week, just like this, with amazing guests. And to do that, we need a really great community around us. We're pushing 400 subscribers, and I would love to get there by the summer. So please do subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. We've got over 300 episodes now, and we'd love for you to come on that journey with us. So thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.